that one's like more of like how to manage a company, how to
That's really good.
like how to be a leader.
That's really good. That's a good route.
Yeah.
So like, okay, so if you were to start a business with those with that joint venture, like that joint major, how would you do it? And like, where would you jump into?
What industry would you?
What would I jump into?
Like, yeah, what industry would you jump into? How would you utilize those skills that you're learning?
I think the hardest part about like starting something is like having an idea. Once you have like an idea and you like thought it through and like, okay, like you've done the research, you've done market research, like you have no competitor, like you have one or two competitors that are like also like just starting off, and you're like, okay, like I think a lot of people would spend money on this. That's like the hardest part. Once you have that figured out, the way I would do it, mine is like a little different. My school, honestly, like very lucky. We have, I think it's the #1 like entrepreneurship program in the country.
Oh wow.
So we have like this center called the Scandalera Center, and it's the place where all the startups are, and you go, hey, I have an idea for this company, and they help you out with everything.
That's awesome. Wait, so you said something really interesting. The hardest part is the idea.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like the hardest part is like what comes after the idea. It's like actually creating the product. Especially if it's computer science or like a software, right? Or like a new app. Because it's like, I mean, I guess it's different for everybody. It depends on the skills that you have.
Yeah.
Right? Because I feel like a lot of people have it's so easy to come up with an app idea. And then they get to the part where they're like, they have to actually hire the people to make it. They actually have to make it. And they're just like, you know?
I mean, I think the way they do it at the Scandalera Center is like, if you have an idea, most people, I think most like, you wouldn't even call them CEOs, like the leaders of their idea.
The big boys.
The big boys. They just, either like their friends join them, or I think the whole premise is every semester you like go in a competition and you like pitch your idea to people, and once you get like funding for it, if you like place high, like people are like, okay, I really believe in your idea, I think this is gonna go somewhere. And once you get that to happen, I think you're able to hire other WashU students as like interns or like as like people to help you with your startup during the summer. And they like help pay for that. Yeah.
I actually had a really bad idea.
What's your idea?
According to other people, it's a bad idea. You guys want to hear it?
Yeah.
It's an
entrepreneur.
Go for it.
It's a business, okay?
It's a business.
So no one better steal this, okay?
I also had an idea. We'll go on that later.
But a lot of people thought it was bad. Actually, people thought it was good, okay? And then I talked about it a lot, and then people kept poking holes in it. And then they were like, it's kind of bad. But I still think it's okay. Anyway, basically the idea is a coffee shop, right? Just a regular coffee shop. Except all the workers there are trained in therapy. They're trained in some form of therapy, like basic therapy, right?
Whoa.
But they're not trained, they don't have a degree in therapy. Like they don't have an MFT or anything. Or like all the other ones. I don't know what the other ones are, LWT, whatever. They just have the ability to conduct like therapeutic techniques in like communicating, right? And you're already making a face. And basically, someone would come in, get their coffee, right? And they would sit down, and most of the people there that are the first timers, they wouldn't really know it's like a therapy coffee shop.
Yeah.
They just think it's a regular coffee shop, but they sat down, right? And we'd use psychological training to be able to teach the baristas and the waitresses to be able to communicate with the person to make them feel so comfortable that they open up to them and they form a connection to the customer.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And then they sit down and then they have a full-on therapy session. But like yeah, it would just be.
Well, what if I'm like a customer that's just like trying to get a coffee and just dip?
Yeah, like I'm just trying to.
So
rush to work.
So that's where it goes. You know, it goes in the shitter. No. Okay, for that situation, people would have to have really good social skills. The people working there would have to realize that.
Yeah.
Short answers. All right, see you later. Right. But if there's this crazy girl that's like on 4 cups of coffee, and she's just like having a terrible day, her boyfriend just broke up with him, right? and she's just sitting there like, the waiter comes up to her and she's like, "Hey, how's your day?" She's gonna.
Sorry,
That's our target customer. That's our target customer. And then you sit down and you talk to them and then get them to open up, and then she like talk to her as if she was in a real therapy session, and people would love that. There'd be some people. It wouldn't be like a Santa Ana coffee shop. It would be more like a LA, like West LA, Beverly Hills type coffee shop. You know, where like people would pay like $8 for a coffee probably. That's probably how much we would charge. Like it would be stupid. But yeah, that's my idea.
Interesting.
There's like this Arab coffee shop called Komari, something with a Q. It's like Yemeni, and it's kind of like that, but it's not. You're not going in there and they're like it's therapy. It's just that it just has this air of vibes. So everybody goes in there, you know, like in Egypt that it's called like an ahwa. You're sitting down on the table.
Fire.
And you're just like having fun and you're communicating with the people around you. So I feel like something like that would be like more
I think
more realistic.
I think it's still doable. I think it's not a great idea, but I think a couple adjustments can make it pretty interesting. It's a unique experimental idea.
But I just can't imagine just like walking in, trying to get a coffee, and then having a full conversation with the barista, and then she's trying to like analyze my life or help me out. It just doesn't make sense.
But the thing, okay, so here's the thing. The best thing about it is that you're not promising therapy, and you're not promising like everybody to ignore you and to just get your coffee. Okay. It's right in the middle. So it's like...
But you never flirted with a barista before? Like I'm a Starbucks?
Of course I have.
Exactly. So like... It's like I got my coffee at Frappuccino at Starbucks, and I had like a cool 3-minute conversation with her. Like...
Yeah, a lot of guys are going to try to hit on them.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, what if we say that it's a therapy coffee shop? Like, what if we say it's a therapy office, right? But you just go in, it's like designed in a way to where it's the maximum comfort. To where you just go get a coffee, you sit down, and you end up, there's a bunch of therapists walking around, and you end up getting a conversation where you pick one and you talk to them.
Okay. That's actually better.
Yeah.
If you're just having like 2 therapists on site, and then if somebody just wants to talk to them, they're there.
Now the problem with that is it costs so much money.
That's so expensive.
So much
dog.
money,
That's
dude.
so expensive.
You have to pay them each like $80,000 a year minimum.
Yeah.
Right. You could take advantage of college students. Like
undergrad.
Take advantage of them.
We have
pay them like nothing, and then take them.
Oh, to have them as like unofficial.
For their experience.
That's crazy.
I'm joking. All right, let's get back to you, buddy.
I also had an idea that I was gonna do freshman year.
I want to hear it.
Freshman year, I got to campus. No idea where to get a haircut. I went like 3-4 months, and I was like, yo, I really need a haircut. Like, I really need a haircut. I asked like some senior friend of mine, like every single freshman I know, they're like, oh, I'm just gonna take it when I go back home for like spring break or like whatever break, right? So I like, dude, I can't wait that long. My hair grows fast.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked a senior friend. He like I don't have a car there. Like most people don't have a car there. He tells me about this place that's like I had to Uber there. It was like pretty far. I go, and like I get a haircut from this guy. I'm like, perfect. Like it actually looks good. Like this guy's pretty legit.
Well, what's his race?
He's black.
Okay.
He's legit.
Oh, yeah.
He's legit.
Hell yeah.
I go to him a second time.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And then I'm trying to book my 3rd appointment with him. I can't find him on the website. He's just gone. He's gone from the store. He's just vanished.
Wait, so he's a really good haircut?
He's a good dude. Yeah, like he gives really good haircuts. But he's just gone.
Okay. Did he just leave?
And now I'm back at square one. Just like, what the hell? What do I do with my haircut? Like, what? I need a haircut. And so this goes on for a while. And it's like there's no good place to get a haircut on this campus. And one day I remember I was playing basketball with my friend, and we were just talking on the way back. And he just comes up to me. He's like, "Yo, what if I'm trying to make a barber shop on campus?" Mm-hmm. And that was one of the smartest ideas I've ever heard. Like I'd be down to it. I know a lot of like other my friends that would also be down to like get a haircut on campus. And so I literally went up to the Scandalaire Center and I made a pitch. Literally the same thing, like freshman year, I had people like my suite mate freshman year was giving cuts in our bathroom.
Oh,
yeah,
that's sick.
That's what my friend does.
Yeah.
He, you know.
Yeah. So it was like maybe like we could hire like student barbers to, like cut and stuff. But then eventually, like, I just didn't have enough time. Like that semester was horrible for me, so I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time. Like you have to.
Wait, so
put a
you
lot
made a
of effort.
pitch, and then what happened?
I pitched it. They're like, okay, cool, your idea is great. Participate in this competition, whatever. And then the competition was like, oh, you have to like show proof, or like you have to do like a survey of like why this makes. I was like, this is so much work.
What? That's a great idea.
Yeah, it is, but it would take so much time. Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather focus on like school.
Yeah, they had a barber shop at my school. At Cal
Yeah.
State Long Beach on campus.
Yeah. Apparently, I was talking about it. Apparently, they had one, and then COVID shut it down because like no one got a haircut during COVID.
Fair enough, honestly. But
And my friend does that. He cuts. He gives haircuts in his dorm. He gives me.
you
My
make a lot
haircuts.
of money doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, while you guys were talking, I just got a new business idea.
Therapist, barber,
That's
That's actually not a bad one.
actually
That's not it, but that's actually not a bad one, bro. That's actually not bad. Think about it. You're getting a haircut. Might as well get therapy at the same time.
For real. By the time
That's
it's
good.
like an hour cutting your hair anyway. So
Bro, you know what? Actually, I have so many thoughts in my head right now. You know what
is
pisses
your business
me
idea.
off when you're getting a haircut and the barber asks you a question and all you hear is